Hey friends, thank you for joining me today for some reading. Today we're going to read a nonfiction story called The Moon. And in this story, you're going to read about something that you see in the night sky. So while you are reading, see, this story is going to be about the moon. So while we're reading, I want you to maybe think of some other things that you would see in the sky at night. Think of what you see in the night sky. You see stars and the moon. The moon is the neighbor closest to Earth in space, but it is very far away. The moon is about 239,000 miles from Earth. On some nights, the moon looks bright and round, but it does not make its own light. Light from the sun shines on the moon. The light bounces back to Earth. We only see the lighted part of the moon that faces the Earth. So remember, look at this caption up here. It's going to tell more about the picture. The moon looks much smaller than it really is because it is so far away. Why doesn't the moon look round every night? The moon moves in a circle around the Earth. As it circles, part of the moon faces the sun. We see the part of the moon that is lighted. That is why the moon seems to change shape. So in this caption, it says the moon looks different every day of the month. So if you look, first the moon starts as a little tiny sliver and then starts to look a little bigger and bigger as the month goes on until it's just like a half moon, and then it gets bigger and bigger and bigger because there's more sun shining on it. It's turned in a way so that the sun is shining in a larger amount on it, and then it looks like it's going to get bigger and bigger, and then finally it becomes a full moon, and that's when it is all the way lit up by the sun. People once thought the moon was made of cheese. They saw the face of a man in the moon. Then telescopes helped us see the moon better. The telescopes showed hills and flat places. They showed craters or big holes too. So look at this caption. We can see the moon better with a telescope. So a telescope is like a long, almost like binoculars. It's like a very long thing where you can see something makes it bigger. Then in 1961, astronauts went into space. In 1969, other astronauts walked on the moon. They got a real close-up look. Nothing grows on the moon. It is very rocky. Astronauts brought back moon rocks for us to see. Maybe one day you will go to the moon too. So astronauts are people who get to travel to space as part of their job. They get to investigate things in space. So here's a caption about this picture. Astronauts went into space and landed on the moon. So if you look at the picture of the moon, you can see their footprints because it's very dusty. It has hills and flat places and craters, which are big holes that are on the moon. All right. So what you should do now is maybe try to read it a second time with the sound off. And then towards the end of the week, you can read all three of our stories again with the sound off and do a short writing assignment about which one you liked best. So please come to office hours if you'd like to. I'd love to see you. Let me know if there's any way that I can help you. Thanks so much, guys.